Hey guys, the Phaeton's finally done, or I guess I should say back. And here's the beginning, what we started with, and here's what we finished with. Alright, hope you enjoyed watching this. Just made some minor adjustments and delivered it. Alright, we're going to work on the punch list on this guy. There's some wiring to do. We've got to install the lights on the bottom. The dash is just mocked up right now for the little car show we went to, so I got to pull those out, move the speedometer and swap the speedometer in the tack, and then the three little lights aren't wired. Then we also have to figure out the firing order, because to paint the firewall they had to take either the distributor out or the cap off, and it didn't get put back correctly. We tried to start it and it didn't like it. And then I'll check all the other lights and stuff, make sure that they're wired still. I don't know if they got put back or not, hard to tell, doesn't look like it. And then go through the list. The first thing we're going to do though is probably suspension. I want to look at those suspension components that are missing bushings, and try to get those ordered or found. Alright, well, here we go. Alrighty, well, looks like when they removed the gas tank, they had to disconnect that. I don't know why it's copper, but we're not upgrading the whole world. We can do little stuff later on that she wants to do. But there's a problem there. That might be part of the starting issue, and that's the first step we took. Then we got to replace these bushings right here. You can see this has got a rubber bushing in it. And this one's gone. And then on the link here, this bushing's gone also. So we'll get that sourced and found. And that's where we're going to start. Then we'll go up, check the timing. We found a few wires that are disconnected, so they're probably lights and grounds. So this guy is the electric kickdown switch for the transmission. So we will have to source one of those, or I'll look at the thing and I'll look at the old one that was underneath the floorboards and see what's going on there. See about replacing that. So that's where we're starting. Alright, we got that one mocked in, kind of make sure that's what we want. Send a picture off. Make sure the height is right. I mean, the holes are already drilled, but what are you gonna do? We can also turn them down, flip them side to side, but I think that's going to look pretty cool. And you can see the art. And so we got this guy drilled over here, and we'll mount it up. Also, when we went to the hardware store, we got our hardware for these additional bolt holes here, and we got that in. Those are stainless. I got chrome, so hopefully nobody cares too much. If not, we'll go back and get stainless. It's cheaper. Alright. We got brakes, we got blinkers, we got running lights, both sides mounted up. Had to put the ground here and sneak it through. Wired it up into the boxes. That's stuff that was there. Got the grounds all in. Everything's nice. And that's it for the rear of the car. So we're going to switch to the front. Start working with headlights. The blinkers up here do work, so they got rewired, but I think these are headlights or something of the nature, so we'll have to pull the lid off and see what we got. Yeah, see, there's red and green there. We'll have to fix that. Sorry, red and green and black, and we'll fix the steel. But yeah, anyway, yeah. We'll start on the front lights and then start checking wiring in the dash and see if we can get some wiring done, and then work towards firing the car up. Alright, working on the lights. Can't remember where I left off, but back ones are golden. Headlights are working. Sorry, brain fart. Attacked the exhaust manifold. I thought it was just the donut that was leaking. I caught it pulling it off the trailer. One of the bolts caught on my trailer. I didn't have the trailer quite right. But maybe from the accident, a little bit of pre-damage. Maybe, I can't believe that I did that because it was just backing it off the trailer very slowly. But yeah, cracked that manifold, so we got one coming. These look like they've been ground on and stuff. I don't know what the deal was there. Probably just to make those chrome covers go on. But they sell a set of these repops, $115. So I ordered a set. I tried to order an original one, but they just wanted too much for an original one. Hopefully theirs close enough. Anyway, got that guy ordered, so we'll get that fixed, and then we're gonna attack the dash wiring next. And I've got the battery charging. I just turned it off. I had a maintenance charge. Still have to buy the proper battery. I think it had a red top in it. Oh yeah, I did. I tried to rebuild that red top. There it is. I tried the Optima. Tried to get that thing back up to working, but it just sits down around 11.1, 11.2. It just got old. Anyway, got a couple parts ordered for her, so it'll probably take a minute to get. One of the coilovers, the topper on the coilover, top hat I believe it's called, was missing. Must have been from the accident, but just noticed it. There's also some bushings underneath on the panhard bar and the front ladder bar connection. I ordered those from Energy Suspension, which is a good place to go because they have, you just put in your specs and you can sort and find the closest one and then modify it from there if you need to, but they have quite a few. Then there's a switch for overdrive. The switch was bad. It was broken. I need to reinstall underneath the throttle. So there's quite a few little touch-up things, but yeah, it's coming together a little bit at a time. Mirror installed. I'm going to replace that with a chrome washer, but the studs on the replacement mirrors are 7/16 by 20, and the insert is drilled and tapped to 3/8 by 24. So I had to drill those out and tap them to the mirror replacement size. The old mirrors were the same. They're 7/16 by, so it must be the replacement stanchion that's different thread. Anyway, no big deal. It threaded in there really nice. Tighten that up, nice and clean, and it's adjusted. I think it looks good. It's not bad at all. All right, on to I'm tapping the other one, then I'll get that in. Windshield frame is at the glass shop, and yep, we're just poking along. I mean, look what just came in the mail today. Comes in packs of 2. I didn't know that. I might have ordered more than I needed, but perfect fit, perfect size. Yeah, love it. It's amazing what happens when you measure. Anyway, we're gonna get those on. Well, here's the old bushings, and you can see the ones that had bushings in it were they're hard. They're like hard plastic now. They were rough, little chunks of pieces, and yeah, it just breaks off. Anyway, I'm not sure if they were old polyurethane or what. They look like it. We got new ones in. They're lubed up. Both the fronts and also the panhard bar. And I jacked up the rear end and then tightened them and then lowered it back down so when it sits down it won't squeak like the Mustang does. But yep, and then we've got the dash all put together. Let's see if I can show you that. Of course, I'll stand on the stool, it'll be super dangerous. Oh, yep. Dash all put together. Got the fuse panel mounted. And so, next is going to be the hood hinges came in today. Hood latches, sorry. So, we're probably going to look at that, see what's going on there. Alright, original length, needed length. You can see it had a rivet here. Just drilled the rivet out. Cut the tube off. There's a spring in there that comes up to right about there, so you got to be careful how much you shorten them. And then tack welded it and brush painted some gloss on there. Hopefully that'll work it out. I got to do 3 more. And get one mounted to see how it looks. All right, those turned out pretty good. A little buffing to do. I didn't do that. It was like that, just from shipping. Yep, all four. Very nice. Spring loaded. Hold it down. This side, we ran out of foam and I couldn't find any. So this is the only side that's got all the foam on it. But it's no rattly. Alright, that's that. Next thing, look what came in. Chinese, but that's what it is. Looks like they're exactly the same from molding or casting. These ports are a little bit smaller. You can see, looks like the old guy might have done a little bit of tuning on them. I know he did a bunch of grinding, so he might have made them a little bit bigger, but it's all good. We are going to put that on next. That'll get the exhaust done. And then our other caps came in, our top hats. So I will have to cut a groove there and put that on, and that should finish this up. Oh, I always forget about this pedal. I gotta figure something out. It looks like he used pot metal or something to weld it or whatever, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that. Anyway, here goes the exhaust. Alright, we got the windshield in. I gotta go get some chrome washers for between here. It needs to have a washer, but yeah, I'll get those from McClendon's. I got the exhaust. I'll lift this up really quick. The exhaust is on. Can't even see it, it's behind that shield. But it's on and all tightened up. So that little task is complete. Oh my goodness, this thing is cool. This thing's holding it pretty good. And then what else do we do? Oh, I got the doodle put on the spring top hat on. Oh, I should have showed you that. I had to cut a slot in it because the one they sent it just had a hole in the center, and I had to cut a slot in it, so it's sitting there. And I just adjusted it up a little bit. The shocks were all the way down, and that's not a bad. It still won't fit. That's not a bad gap. And when people get in it, it needs to have some shock going on. Let me see if I can show you this. Yeah. There's our new top hat, if you can see it. And the shocks are adjusted up 1/8" over here, 1/16" over here to account for maybe only having one driver. Oh, that guy snapped in place good. All right, and there's a more shock available than there is space between the things, so they won't bottom out, but yeah, I think it'll be all right. It looks good. So he wants to put the license plate on. I'm going to see about maybe finding a prettier license plate frame and figuring out what to do with it. Maybe mounting it on the fender or something, because this thing, maybe it'll clean up. I don't know, we'll see. We'll put it here. Stuff left to do. So we're right there. I was going to weld the throttle pedal on. As you can see, it's broken. It broke off. And then there's a kick down button that goes underneath it for the transmission. It's an electronic device, so you step on it full throttle and it kicks down. So that switch is coming. But other than that, she's a done deal. The exhaust is tight, sounds good, and it runs nicely. I'll do a video really quick in a minute.
And that's how it's done. Whew. There's a truck for sale if anybody wants it.
Well, that's that. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.